You wake up. An alarm rings before your eyes are even fully open. Notifications, calendar invites, a group chat you haven't opened yet. You get up and head toward a job you probably tolerate, chasing a retirement where if you're lucky you finally get to rest. Over the course of your life, you will spend roughly 90,000 hours working. That's 1/3 of every waking hour you'll ever have, handed to a single job. Here's the part that should quietly bother you. For 99% of human history, none of this existed. For over 300,000 years, every one of your ancestors lived without any of it. Tonight, we're going to reconstruct what an actual day and night looked like for the people who came before all of this. Let's rebuild an ordinary morning. Dawn breaks. There's no clock. The fire from last night is still warm underneath. Someone throws on fresh wood. Breakfast is whatever's left. People are talking, loosely deciding the day, because nobody here is actually in charge. In 1968, anthropologist Richard Lee lived with the Jew/Hoansi Bushmen of the Kalahari and tracked exactly how they spent their time. Securing food, repairing tools, running camp. It took roughly 15 to 20 hours a week. Anthropologist Marshall Solins called this the original affluent society, not because these groups owned much, but because they had the one resource almost every modern person is starved of: unscheduled, unmonetized time. Not every researcher agrees with Lee's original numbers, but even the more conservative estimates land well under a modern work week. And the skeletons tell a story that's hard to argue with either way. By early afternoon, the essential work of survival was usually done. What followed was hours of pure social time: grooming, sharing food, making jewelry, resting in the shade. In South Africa, archaeologists found 100,000-year-old shell beads at Blombo's cave, carried over 20 kilometers from the coast, just to be drilled and worn. They did it because their afternoon already belonged to them. But here's what the researchers didn't expect. The single most transformative moment in the story of human evolution happened after the sun went down, in a circle of firelight. We'll be right back at that fire. Then the sun goes down. And this is where human history genuinely splits in two. For nearly all of our existence, once the sun set, the world went completely dark. Our night vision is poor compared to the predators hunting us. Moving at night meant becoming prey. Fire created a literal circle of safety, but it also added 2 to 4 extra usable hours to every single day. In 2014, anthropologist Polly Wiesner found that during the day, conversations centered on logistics. But at night, over 81% of talk was storytelling, myths, distant adventures, jokes, ancestral tradition. Around the fire, humans didn't just survive the dark. We may have evolved our entire capacity for culture inside it. When that fire finally died down, your ancestors lay back and slept. But new research suggests it may not have looked anything like the way you sleep tonight. You've probably been told your whole life that normal sleep is one unbroken 8-hour block. If you wake at 2 a.m., you call it insomnia.
In 2001, historian Roger Akirch found consistent references to first sleep and second sleep, 2 separate blocks of rest, with quiet wakefulness in between.
In 1992, psychiatrist Thomas Ware tested this directly, placing volunteers in 14 hours of enforced darkness a night. Within weeks, every participant settled into the same first sleep, wakeful, second sleep pattern. It's worth being careful. This was one study, under artificial conditions. But paired with centuries of consistent historical accounts, it's a striking coincidence. So if our biology still leans toward firelight, free afternoons, and a second sleep, what happened? The answer comes down to a single invention. With gas lighting in the early 1800s and Thomas Edison's incandescent bulb in 1879, night stopped being a boundary and became potential labor time. Factories could run around the clock. Sleep was compressed into a single, efficient block, built for productivity rather than for people. Today, The blue light from your phone and monitor hits your retina late into the evening, suppressing melatonin and convincing your brain the sun is still up. In a study published in Current Biology, sleep researcher Kenneth Wright found that people who went camping with zero artificial light had their circadian clocks reset within about a week. We built a modern world of extraordinary medicine, safety, and technology. You were born with a brain that may still be running much older software. That might just be an old rhythm, quietly checking if you're still there. If this is the kind of real, sourced history that changes how you see the world, subscribe. The next excavation is already in production.